for the kids, so this way if they're thirsty outside, they have some water to drink. They don't have to go back and forth to the church. So there are other things. We have a Gaga Bowl pit that was put up together 2 days ago. If you see it by the parking next to the playground, this is it's called Gaga Bowl pit. So the kids know what it is. I didn't know what it is until I watched the video of it. So we are grateful and we're thankful that God is supporting the church, and we're doing the best we can so the kids can grow in an environment that is safe for them around the church. And we want to make sure that everybody is included, young and old. So the people that will be serving this year, as last year, we have Joseph Sidhum. He is the coordinator of the program of the Summer Bible School. And then we have Stephanie. She is in charge of running everything, the day-to-day program, and Amira along with her. And we have this year, we have Monica assisting in the program. And we have Justina, but Justina is a little bit busy this year, so we have other servants, but these are the servants that will be around the kids most of the week. We also have Nancy, Tasoni Nancy. She will be with us unofficially. So on paper she's not around, but she will be also assisting. It's something in a person, you know, when you have a zeal and a desire to serve, no matter what you do, even if you say no, you're still going to serve because it's in you. So, Tasoni Nancy, thank you very much for helping out. And we have Madonna also assisting in the program. And we have other servants that will be helping out and assisting. We have, we're going to have a lot of things. I'm not going to go through the program, the day-to-day program, but I want to say we have some rules also that we want to make sure that the kids, your kids are safe. It's our responsibility to make sure that everyone's kids are safe. So if someone is causing a problem with your kids, it's our obligation as clergy, number one, and as servants that are in charge to protect your kids from another kid that's causing a problem. So if someone hears that someone was punished or someone was excluded from the program or something happened or didn't go on a trip or didn't join for a week or two, believe me, we have reasons why we do that. And the main goal is to protect your kids. If my child is in the program, I want to make sure that the servants that are serving him or her are taking care of them the best way they can. And this is our promise to you. We're going to do the best we can. And along the way, we might, come across an obstacle or two, but we, thank God, we handle it fine. But I want to say in advance that if anything happens and you hear about a situation or anything, know for sure that we're handling it the best way we can. We promise you that. I'm going to... So, Stephanie, you want to give the breakdown of who's in charge of what also, or Amira? And so if any time Joe calls you, you know that you're in trouble.
Good afternoon, all. So basically, the team is consistent of Amira, myself, and Monica. We would be the ones that you would reach out if you had any questions or if there was any concerns, you would reach out to us. As Abuna said, if Joe calls you, that would be an issue. Joe is, he's the overseer of all. He's our overseer and overseer of the whole summer Bible school. So if there's any major issue and we can't handle it and you get the call from Joe, that's why. He oversees it all, and obviously we have the fathers who are overseeing everything. So that's how it works. So each day your child will participate in all different activities. We are going to have songs and hymns, Bible lesson. Mahragan and Karaza will do a review for it. the different Coptic hymns, the Coptic language, Arabic, different arts and craft. Those are what, God willing, we will do. Obviously, things do get modified as we start and as we work. We see what's fitting and what's working and what is not working. We tend to just modify it. So things do get modified throughout the 6 weeks. Nothing is ever set in stone. Wednesday and Fridays, God willing, will be a children's liturgy. We are trying to get that going this year for them to understand the liturgy more and have more of an explanation. Trips are tentative and organized according to different situations. As Abuna said, the kids do have to earn the trips. When we go on trips, the children are representing the church, their families, and if we feel like, it's going to be an issue sometimes, things will be based off of that. But God willing, there will be trips, and everything is tentative based on weather, if we have enough rides, that's where the parents do come in. We will need parent volunteers to help us transport the children sometimes. And we will let you know the night before, because there's just a lot of different things that need to take place for the trips to happen, and it's better when we have all the details to let you know the night before. So you will always receive that message the night before regarding the trips. Okay, so this is the tentative. Again, nothing is set in stone until we see how it works. Kindergarten will be by themselves, first grade will be by themselves, depending on how many of second and third graders, the final numbers, they will be together, fourth and fifth, and junior high school usually are all together. Class sizes are between 10 to 15 kids. There will be a minimum of 2 servants per class. The sick policy, basically, there's a lot of people here, a lot of servants we need. If your child is sick, please. Attendance. So I know last year that some parents were reluctant to come in and sign on their kids. It is very, very important for safety reasons that when you drop off, please come in and sign your kids, and when you do come to pick them up, you sign them out. We're responsible for your children from 8 to 4. Their safety is very important to us, and we need to know who is here and who is not here. And if you yourselves are not going to pick them up, you must let us know who's picking them up. We can't just give them to anybody, even if we do know them, but we need to know that you're okay with them going home with them. You must sign them out, and when you sign them out, they're yours at that point, but please do not leave children after you sign them out unattended at the church, because the day is over, no one will be here at that time. In case if you're running late, please let us know. And the hours are from 8 to 4. There will be no before care or after care this year. We cannot do it. We don't have the resources for it this year. We will not be able to do it. Dress code. We're still in church. I know it's hot. I know it's summer, but you guys feel the AC inside the building. It is strong. Especially during liturgies. Let's have the children be mindful of what they're wearing. Please, no shorts definitely during liturgy. But during the regular days, no shorts, no tank tops. We're still in church. It's not school, so let's be mindful of that aspect, please. Electronics policy. Children are not allowed to have their cell phones during the time they are here. When they come, do collect them, and when we dismiss them, they will be given back their phones. If you need to communicate with any of your children at any time, you can contact Amira, Monica, or myself, and we will be happy to answer any questions you have or if you want to check up on them. The pictures will be only taken by the head servants and shared on the groups. When we have the time to share them, we will share them. Sometimes we go home and it's a little bit of craziness for us. We're a little bit delayed on sending the pictures, but we will send them to you when we get the chance. And they will only be shared on the parents group. And if there are parents who come, we ask that you don't take the pictures just because we don't want it over social media. We do not post anything on social media. They are only saved on the drive for the end of the year and only for the group. Toy guns are prohibited. We'd rather that no one bring their toys just because the children like their stuff and sometimes they don't like to share their stuff. And it will cause problems sometimes. So we would rather if children just leave their stuff at home. We will provide them with toys and games and all fun activities. There's no need for them to bring anything with them from home. And please, no toy guns, no BB guns, none of that to be coming with them. No gaming devices. If we see any electronics, even the watches, we take them. There's no electronics whatsoever.
And just the point of BB guns and other toy guns, we don't recommend that your kids would bring in any toy guns. We don't want them to learn holding a gun and encourage violence in any way. So if they have anything that they play with at home, it's fine if you allow them. But at least in the church, don't let them bring if they have water guns or toy guns or anything of that sort. We're going to have the toys here in the church if they need to have water games or anything.
Behavior policy. Children are expected to follow directions and be obedient. You will be notified at the time if your child is not cooperating. We're not singling anybody out. We just like to have open communication, and if there's an issue, we would like you to know so we could all work together. We ask that you assist us providing a fun and safe environment for all, because that is the key for us to have fun and to be safe at all times. There is a strike system, so like say we find a phone or if the behavior gets to be too much, there'll be a first strike. In that case, the child will receive a first warning. The second will have to sit out from some activities and some trips. The third they will be asked to stay home and miss a camp for a day. And if it goes further than that, then the fathers decide as to how it will be handled. We will be using a reward system with the kids during the camp to encourage good behavior. And this will eventually assist them to enjoy spending their time with their friends. Anything after this, your child will be suspended. Again, the fathers will be involved with it. Some do's and don'ts. Do not speak to the youth servants about any concerns. Please, 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 if there is anything that you need or any concerns you have, or if you are seeing an issue, we're open to hearing it all. Please contact Monica, myself, or Amira, or the fathers. The talking back, the not listening. If we're on a trip and they're holding us up to come back, that's a big issue. The physical, if they hit, bite, anything physical, that's a serious issue. Inappropriate language, inappropriate gestures, any bad talks about certain subjects that shouldn't be spoken of, all those will
Okay, so I have a question since Joseph is gonna attend. What kind of behavior, you explained it, but the types of actions, the first strike, second strike, third strike, based on what, the severity, or based on what, and how the servants will approach the families as well too, because sometimes from past experiences, as a priest now, I'm not gonna talk as a parent, sometimes we run into a problem that internal problems happen, and then servants don't know what to do, so they come to the fathers, and the fathers has to take the decision. So I'm not sure that should be this is going to be happening all the time. I think we should find a way for the servants to reach out to the family, and the family should be more of an understanding, to understand what happened exactly and how we need to move forward towards the problem. So if I'm going to give my example, if Joseph did something wrong, he hit someone, said an inappropriate language, of course he needs to be reprimanded, right? But how you, as a servant, going to approach me?
Okay.
This is something, as a parent, of course. As a
Right.
parent, now as a parent, not as a bona.
That's fine. So basically, the youth servants would not approach any of the parents. That's from the start. And if that ever happens, we need to be aware of it. We would, depending on the severity of it, like if it's inappropriate language, if it was one time being physical, we'll come and speak to the parents. But if it does continue, we will seek then the fathers to help out. And if it gets to be extremely severe, we will then get Joe involved and we'll go from there. Is that good enough answer?
I was greeting
Distracted.
Abuna, so I didn't hear it properly. Sorry.
So I said at all times, none of the youth servants would approach the parents. It would be Amira, Monica, or myself.
The youth servants
Will not be approaching the parents.
will be able to reach out to the head servants.
Yes, they will come talk to us,
and
and,
the head
we have
servants
to
should
deal with it.
approach the family, or
Right.
how does it work?
So we will talk to the child first, depending on the severity. I mean, it's basically how it is at school. If it's nothing serious, they handle it. But if it becomes a growing issue or serious, then we will approach the parents. If it continues, we will then have to seek the father's help with it. And then if it becomes too severe, then we would call in Joe.
And maybe, Abuna, also I would request from the parents to be more understanding. Sometimes I understand as a parent, if my child did something wrong, number one, I'm going to come and be very defensive. My child is not wrong. It was the other kids, okay? So, and then we go into a loop that it's not going to end in a perfect shape or form. So I think from the parent side, from my side as a parent, I think I need to be more of an understanding parent and to understand what happened exactly and need to solve the problem more than being defensive and saying my child did not do something wrong. I think it's the other child. And then it escalates to another different level of a bigger problem. So we are working together, okay, to help fix issues and help these kids and my son and my daughter to do better, okay? And nothing towards a servant. Oh, Amira spoke to me in a bad way. Stephanie did, she was not in a good mood today, so she gave me the look. It's okay, we're humans. We have to understand. I'm sorry, Abuna, that I have to go into this because they're humans. They're humans, and they go under so much pressure with 80 kids, 90 kids a day that they have to solve each problem. So if they run into, okay, we have to be more understanding. So I'm requesting, when we run into a behavior issue or something or a problem, as a parent, instead of being defensive and you're coming to putting on the fight mode, let's solve the problem even though one of the servants did something wrong, and then we'll come and fix it. Yes? At the end of the day, we're here to help out, not to put strikes and kick kids out. But the most important part, Abuna, I think this policy we need to understand as parents and as servants as well, and how to deal with issues.
I'm just going to restate what Stephanie said earlier and Abuna, a very important point. When you have something that you need to address, do not go to the younger servants, the youth servants. You address the issue with the head servants, Stephanie, Amira, and Monica, or Joseph, or one of the clergy. But please don't go to one of the youth servants and say, how come my child is not playing as much as the other kids? How come my child is not in as many pictures as the other kids? How come my child is not doing this or that? This is not something to be discussed with the younger servants, please. Anything that you need to talk about, you talk to the head servants. And that's why we have them here today. If you address anything with the younger servants, I don't appreciate it. The fathers don't. We don't appreciate that, because I want you to understand something very important. These servants are volunteering. Nobody is getting paid for anything. So the last thing that I want to do is put stress and pressure on them. I want to alleviate as much pressure as we can, and that's why we have the older servants helping us out. And so if there's an issue, they know how to handle it. They've been through before. And we have young servants that are with us. I expect you to respect them also, please. Not because they're younger than you, then it doesn't mean that you don't show respect to them. They're serving your kids. The least that you could do to show appreciation, I know you're paying money to bring the kids in the church, but to show appreciation for the servants that are serving your kids is to treat them with respect. So when you greet them in the morning, you say good morning. When you take the kids at night, you say, in the evening, you say, thank you very much. I appreciate you being around and helping. That's the least we could do to these servants. But if I come in with an attitude and throwing in my son, and I don't even want to sign in. If the sign-in process is from this door, I want to bring him from the other door, and I complain, why do I have to go around? This is the system that's in place. So help us and show respect to the servants that are serving your kids, because if you expect the servants to show you respect and to treat your kids nicely, the least that we could do is reciprocate.
Is it okay if I add something to what Zach said? Just 2 points. Regarding the youth servants, they are younger. They're still learning. Sometimes these kids are a lot. It's summer, they want to have fun, they're just enjoying their friends, things happen. They could get upset easier than we are. They still are learning, they're growing their wisdom, so sometimes their reaction to the children might not be what we would like it. It does happen, we're all humans, we make mistakes. We, as the fathers, Joe and ourselves, we will be there to rectify it and give them guidance. But as parents, and I'm speaking because my child is also involved in the summer Bible school, we just have to be patient and understanding, and things do happen. Nothing is perfect. But no, we are trying our best to make it fruitful for the kids, safe for the kids, and fun. Will there be ups and downs? Absolutely. But we're all trying to work together for it. And you need to also know that when we come and approach you, we as parents, Amira and myself, Monica still has bits to go, but Amira and myself, we treat every child here as our own. And we might be tougher on our own even. But when we do approach it, we're coming from a place of love, not from coming to get to you or to your child. It doesn't work. It's not that way. And if it was that way, then I myself should not be a servant. We do consider all these children like our children, and maybe even more. So some do's and don'ts. We already said, please do not speak to any of the youth servants. Please approach one of the head servants or the fathers. Do not drop off your child early and just leave them either in the parking lot, in the playground, or with the people in the kitchen. Their safety and where they're being is very important to us. We do not want to lose a child. We will be here at 8 o'clock, and I promise we will be here at 8 o'clock. So please, even if, God forbid, there's an emergency and we're running a little bit late, we will be here. Just please be patient with them. Please be patient with us. Sometimes dismissal takes time. by the time the child gathers themselves, if they have a phone, they gather, it does take time. So again, we're asking for patience. We will dismiss them as efficiently and quickly as possible. There will be more instructions later on about arrival and dismissal. Before we start, we will be sending that out to the parents. And for it to help us to be quicker, we ask for the cooperations from both the children and from the parents that we follow the plan for arriving and for dismissal to move things smoother and quicker. Please do not be disconnected. If we do need to get to you for any reason, please, please, please be there so we are able. If we call you, there's a reason why we're calling you. We're not just trying to bother you. Please pick up on us or get back to us in a timely manner. We will send more details. We'll send more details regarding that. Please do not ignore servants' requests. Like the father said, there's a reason we're requesting this. We want to make this as fruitful and fun and safe for the kids. We're all a team here, and we're all trying to work as a team. Some dues. Do speak to the head servants regarding anything, and I mean anything. If you see anything, please let us know. We are here to better the day for your children. Do bring your child to the assigned place that we will give further instructions on. Please be patient with us. We are trying to make it as good as we can, but we do request your patience. If you can volunteer your time, we would really, really appreciate that. And it's a good time to be with your children and see them grow. And we always appreciate volunteers. So if you're able to help us out, please let us know. And please, before we start, speak to your children as what the expectations are and what, basically how they would act in school and other places. It should be more in church. So please, let's be on the same page. And if you could discuss that with your children, that would be amazing. And above all, please, please pray for the service to be a glory to his name. Supplies needed. For junior high school, they must bring a notebook with them. Always have every child from kindergarten on should have an extra clothing if they get wet, if something happens. At all times, if it's too hot, we might put on the sprinklers for them or something. Please, 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 with their bag, always have an extra change of clothes for them. When we ask for the days of water games, we asked for, and all this will be said in the messages the night before. So if we are planning on having water games, please be attentive to the messages to bring a towel, bathing suit, and an appropriate bathing suit, towels, and whatever they need to play in the water. Boys who are ordained deacons should always bring their tunias on Wednesdays and Fridays. It's a very good opportunity for them to grow in becoming a deacon, and they can learn a lot by the 6 weeks coming twice a week. That's 18 liturgies. It's a good time for them to learn. Girls will need their asharps for the liturgies. Small backpack with all their stuff, a water bottle at all times because it's not like we're just starting summer and it's already hot. They will need to stay hydrated. And a light sweater for the inside because, as you feel, the air condition is strong. And we do have a wish list for donations, and water bottle cases and juice boxes are always appreciated as donations. Do we have the bar plan? Will be shared on the WhatsApp group. Safety, you must sign in your child in and out. We do need to know where the children are at all times. If other members, as I said, please let us know beforehand when you come in, or please send us a message if someone else will be picking up your child. Doors will be closed during the day. Bathrooms, the children will be escorted to the bathrooms. We will not let them go by themselves. For kindergarten, and I don't foresee this being an issue, please ensure that your children do know how to use the bathrooms by themselves. Their youth servants they know how to get dressed. The youth servants won't be able to go in with them and help them. And sometimes Amira and I are busy doing something else that we won't be able to go up in time to help the child. Trips, chaperones will be needed for extra support. By God's grace, we do have a big number as every year, and we will need help with more eyes for the trips. So if you're able to volunteer as a chaperone, we would really appreciate it. And just please make sure that the children are following the rules. Parent volunteers, please consider it. We will need 2 or more for driving for the trips. Please, if you can all at this point take out your phones and do the QR code. The groups for the WhatsApp has been created, and this is the main communication for all announcements that will be done. It won't be on Facebook, it won't be on the church group. Anything regarding SBS will be on this group. So please pin it to the top of your list so you're able to access it more easily. No, it's just one group. It's one link for all the classes. Because usually what's done in one class is done for all the classes. You don't need to separate them. But we will.
Just a general question, because, I know the trips are going to be sent the night before. Do you think it should be planned before, and then if there's a weather issue, if there's an issue, then you cancel the night before?
So we also plan for the final numbers. Yes, so here's the thing. The trips are going to follow a routine. Again, we're trying to figure out if we're going to take all the kids at once or we're going to be splitting them up. There will be a routine. At a certain age group will be going, say, Tuesday. So every Tuesday, this age group will be going on a trip. Wednesday for this age group. So there is a rhythm to the trips. The only reason why we say the kids do get heartbroken when we say we're going on a trip and we cancel it. It's sometimes to avoid more issues. It's best just to say, hey, here it is. But we will let you know. We don't do random days. It's usually there's a routine. So Tuesday from second grade to junior high, they're on the trip. Or third grade to junior high, will be on the trip. Kindergarten to second grade will be on a trip. So there is a routine, weekly routine. The days are specified throughout the 6 weeks. So.
Just one more question. The youth servants.
An important one, because if we're going to an outdoor place, we don't want to take the kids if it's going to be raining. Another thing, and I know Stephanie's being nice about it, but I'm just going to say it because as parents, we need to know. Last year, we asked for parent support. We begged parents to come and help us with rides, but everyone seemed to be busy all the time. At the end of the day, God sent those who helped and saved the day, and we were able to take the kids. So the reason why we announce it late is there are so many factors we have to plan for. So us as a team, we plan early on, but we unfortunately do not have definite answers to the parents, because when we ask for parents to help and volunteer their time to come and help with rides, we get no answers. Sometimes we get answers the morning of. And that puts stress on the team. And we try not to release or show that stress to the youth servants, and especially to the kids. So some plans we will keep to the last minute, because we ask you for support and we ask you for help. But in the past years, we got very minimal help, and that added on to the stress. So, and that's why we keep saying, please don't be disconnected. Please volunteer your time. Not all of us work. Some parents are able to be home. Some parents work from home and are able to kind of change the schedule a bit. We ask you to be involved, to volunteer. And when we send out a message saying, we're looking for people to come and help with the rides, please let us know that you can. Don't wait for the morning of or the night before, so we can plan better and that we can share information with you as soon as possible.
Well, that contradicts. That's
We
why
do
I asked
have
the
the
question.
church van.
That contradicts the process, because that's why I asked the question. So I would love to volunteer, but there's no way I can change my schedule.
I'm gonna explain it in a different way. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate, okay? But the angel's advocate, okay? If I'm gonna pay money as a parent, expecting that my child will be served, why do you have to ask me for help? They don't do something like that in different summer Bible schools outside. So they are self-sufficient. So if I'm going to bring my child, why do I have to come and help and drive and go here and go there? And this is something, why do I have to do something like that? It's your job. I'm speaking as a parent. I'm not speaking as an abuna. And in this whole thing. So I'm going to speak as a parent because I'm speaking their mind. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to speak their mind. So if I'm gonna pay for something, I should have service in return. So you don't have to add for me more of responsibilities. I have work, I have commitments. I'm not going to be able to come and drive here and there just for you. This is your job, and this is something that you need to come up. You can ask me for an Amazon wish list. I can get you whatever you want, but if you're going to ask me for my own time, it's going to be a little bit hard for me to do something like that. This is...
All right. Maybe it's you spun it the wrong way. I wonder about let me answer this and let me answer the questions here. Abuna, we have to emphasize why we having the kids in the church first. Regardless of anything else and the financial and the money, having your kids in church environment 6 weeks, it's more beneficial than any money you could ask for. So beside the trips, the service, the volunteering, believe me, from my own experience, having your kids 6 weeks, and everyone been around here knows how important to have your kids at church 5 days a week from 8 to 4. Secondly, the issue why we asking for volunteer, because we want to provide your kids with the most important things that we could do for you to enhance their summer and help them to enjoy it. We could take your kids without you volunteering, and we could take them 5 days a week for trips, but you're going to pay $5,000 for that. Believe me, the money you have put in for your kids, the amount we charge, and you could go anywhere, even other churches, and you will see how they charge. So really, we are charging the very minimum amount, and if you're not happy with what we provide, I'm not sure how many years your kids been involved in our camp. I've been around for 25 years handling the camp. The benefits, it's way far more important than the money. That's why we do not charge a lot, because we want to make sure that everybody can afford it, everybody can enjoy it, being in church environment, and we ask you to volunteer. So we can try to help your kids by sending to more trips. All the lead servants and most of the servants are volunteers, leaving their house, their kids to be here to help your kids. So that's why we are charging way less than anybody else. with the benefits that we provide, the classes, the trips.
I'm sorry. I think my comment and my question got completely misunderstood.
I just want to say, he was only asking because he wanted to volunteer and help, by the way.
No, no,
This
no,
is the
no.
only thing that he was
And
making.
I'm gonna
That's the whole
answer you
point.
honestly.
So
No,
I want to thank you.
No, no.
No. The answer was for Abuna. He started
That
the
was
trouble.
the first answer. No, I'm
that was
gonna-
Abuna.
I'm gonna
That
be
was all
very-
about Abuna. It was not for you.
I'm gonna be.
It's all Abuna's fault. You have a questions?
I want to answer Abuna. The other thing is a lot of the servants are younger kids and they could be working outside getting paid and they're not getting paid for the time that they're volunteering here unless they're doing SYEP. A lot of them also don't drive, so if we need volunteers to drive, then we'll only have certain resources. We're not going to have the same things that other churches might have if they are expecting more pay. And the third thing is, if you're volunteering with your kids and you're going on these trips with them, these are the trips that your kids will remember the most because you're there with them. At the end of the day, when you get older, parents are very busy, and even myself, like I remember trips when I was younger, and which parents came which parents came on what trips, especially during school. This guy over here wasn't, he wasn't at my trips. It's a little rude, He wasn't at my trips, but I remember which parents were there. So your kids will remember, they'll have good memories, and you want them to enjoy summer camp. And then their parents, the other kids will remember what parents were there as well.
And just remember, we do safety first. We're not going to take kids to trips without having servants, drivers. Our most important part about the camp, the kids' safety. So believe me, we try to do as much as we can with the resources that we have.
No, well, hold on, Abuna, because you're going to open another can of worms. But to get to your answer, I didn't want to be so blunt about it. Last year, during the orientation, we had the full schedule of the trips, and we didn't get any volunteers. Okay, so then we had to change locations or change the trip, and then we got a lot of fight back from kids and parents. I'm being truthfully about this.
So now we know that we have one volunteer for sure that is
For
going to
sure.
be helping
So
us
we
out.
will let
Thank
you
you very
know-
much. Two
We will-
trips? Very good.
Again, the
Any
trips-
other volunteers? Nancy? Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Nancy.
so here it is.
And this parent too.
So we will so as I said, the pattern you do every year, a certain age will grow every Tuesday on a trip. The other age will go every Wednesday on a trip. So we're finalizing our numbers to see if we are capable, for safety reasons, to take all the kids together at once. If not, we will then separate them, which we did last year. So like kindergartners till second grade, they went on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, that was their day for the trip. On Mondays, it was from third to junior high school. That was their trip day. So we will follow the same pattern that there will be a set day for that grade to go on a trip. So I promise you that much you will know. It's just the location. We do tend to reveal it the night before and what we're doing just because, as I said last year, we put out all our cards to get volunteers and we didn't, and we had to then regroup and change things, and it didn't go as planned. So it's not us trying to be annoying, I promise, but we're just trying to limit people being upset or anything.
I need it, but we feel the most safe, like they're the safest, and I think it was Joe that said it. They're getting far more than our money could purchase by the fact that they're here in church, going to liturgy, learning Coptic, learning Arabic, learning their mother tongue. Like this is why we're all here. So I think it's a matter of just like working together. Monica sold me on like like I heard her say that, and I'm like, I want to take my children on a trip so that they could remember it for their day camp. And then I went back when I used to go to Brooklyn, and my mother took me, like it was the one trip that I remembered. You're absolutely right. So the idea is like communication, open communication, like you've been saying, and then just giving us a heads up, because we do work. Unfortunately, trust me, I don't want to work, but I have to. I would love to like stay home and do all that stuff, but I can't. So, but I'd like a little bit of heads up. I think that's what it comes down to.
Volunteer your time, especially for trips and rides. Please leave your name and your phone number with one of us before you leave today.
And we will let, yes. Streaming.
So if you are willing to volunteer your time, especially with rides or just coming on a trip to chaperone and help, please leave your name and phone number with one of us today, one of the head servants today, and we will reach out to you when we are planning for those trips. So you won't get the night before notice, but we will reach out to you maybe the week before and say, we're trying to do this next week, are you available? And we will try to, again, like you said, have open communication and work together to make it happen for the kids. So before you leave today, please leave your phone number and your name with one of the servants so we can reach out to you for trips.
So what did we learn from this conversation? Number one, we charge cheap and we give good service. Number two, we're trying to build a good relationship between you and your kid. Number three is what? What? I can't hear you. Number three is I'm going to volunteer too. Okay. As a parent, okay?
Are there any other questions or concerns that anybody wants? Nancy. So we start at 16. So, okay, so Nancy's question was, what's the age of the servants? We start at 18 and up. 16 and up.
The next question is there going to be like a meet and greet before the first day, or is that when we're going to see them for the first time for our kids' classes?
It's usually
We have a meeting with them today.
We do have
servants.
a meeting,
We are
so-
meeting with them, the clergy and the head servant, are meeting with the servants today, right after this. And then your question is, are these servants going to be introduced to the parents? Most of the parents are not even here. So, like I said in the beginning of the meeting, we might have like 10 parents that are interested in their kids' well-being and livelihood. No, we have over 25 parents that are not interested. They didn't communicate with us that they're not coming today. We sent out notifications that we have an orientation today for summer Bible school. Many of the parents did not reach out to the servants or the clergy to let us know that they're not coming. But for you guys that are here today that are interested in knowing the servants, if you stay around for another, after we finish, 5-10 minutes, I'll introduce the servants to you guys.
Perfect, thank you. Perfect.
I just want to add one more thing. We could do meet and greet, like if you give us 3 days after we start the summer camp and when we assign kids to specific class, you could feel more comfortable that we know who's going to be serving your kids. Feel free to let us know. We could make a session like an hour during the day, during the summer camp if you can, or after, come and we tell you, here's the servant that serve your kids, and feel free to meet them and know exactly who your kids be around you during the whole day. So if that would be a good idea if you want to know who's actually, today you might see a lot of servants, might not be assigned to your kids, but if we give us 3-4 days, once we see the kids, assign classes, assign servants, we could do meet and greet, and you know exactly and feel comfortable to know who's really handling your kids during the day.
I just have a recommendation. Yes, Habibi. Okay, one second. For the kids who are in middle school. I have my daughter, she's about 13 years old. I would really like in here to participate as as a servant. If you can use her. I'm not going to talk about other parents. I'm going to talk about only my daughter. I would like to see her. She's so interested when she comes to the age where she can work here, she can be a servant. So that's going to prepare her in 3 years, will pass very quickly. And she can, I think she will love to do that. So she might help in liturgy مثلا تقعد مع العيال في التريبس في أي حاجة زي كده. If you can utilize these energetic kids, it will help them to become a good servant in the future. Also, speaking على أبونا, speaking على conversation بتاعت أبونا as a parent, I think إحنا لما بنجيب أنا هتكلم عن نفسي. I'm not gonna talk about every. Yeah, maybe I can't think the way I'm paying money, why I should care. For me أنا ما عنديش وقت للأمانة إن أنا أودي وأجيب، بس مثلا لو wishing list حاجة للكنيسة أنا شايفة أصلا إني كماني وايز it's nothing compare إن أنا أخدهم بره وأدفع للعيل مثلا 3-4 آلاف دولار في 6 weeks. Yes, this is how it is outside. And I think I will work all summer for free, so I don't have to work summer. I can sit with my kids. بس أنا لما بجيبهم هنا الكنيسة أنا بجيبهم بيتنا. فأنا ببقى feel more comfortable. هم هيتعلموا في أمان. We get a lot from the summer camp. بيتعلموا حاجات عن الكتاب المقدس وبيحضروا هنا حاجات أنا مش قادرة ولا عندي وقت إني أعملها في البيت. فكparents look money wise or why I should pay لو أنا عندي مثلا I'm paying for the service. لا أنا كparents ببص إن أنا I'm getting my kids here مع family. وجودكم وسطيهم ككهنة و take caring of them وإنكم تعرفوهم وإنكم تاخدوا بالكم منهم وإن هم يفيل إن هم مع their family. دي حاجة بالنسبة لي أنا كparents it means a lot more than the money. The money it's very little. أنا فعلا بحس إن يعني almost the summer camp is for free ليهم كأكل مثلا كجودة أكل كسيرفنت كسيرفيس كرحلات how much they really enjoy the summer. To me يعني it means more than الفلوس اللي احنا بندفعها. I'm sure الكنيسة بتcontribute at some point للفلوس دي. Just this is like a little amount comparing to what they do. So we really appreciate it. Thank you, Buna. Thank you, everyone.
Regarding the service question, Joe is going to answer.
Yeah, we'd love to have your girl helping us, but because we have an age limit for that, and we don't have any exemptions. But however, if the servants feel that your daughter is really responsible, mature, what we could utilize her in things like helping in Manawla during the liturgy, if we believe that she's really has the leadership quality and she could help without having causing any issue, we could use her in the smaller roles during the camp without have her feel like she's a servant, without having anybody else feel like she's a servant. So she could help with Manawla, with other in lunch or stuff like that, but she will be in the class that she assigned to, and hopefully in a couple of 2-3 years she could really be a servant and help us. But it's good if she have that leadership. And we love to have this, and most of the kids who serve now, first they were in the camp as a kids, and then help while they're in the camp, and now they are serving the camp. And that's how usually it works out.
Right, we could give them like responsibility.
One of the things is that we try to be careful with younger kids in general, not just your daughter, but everyone. The younger youth servants, we try to be careful because they're not mature yet. They don't know how to handle if something happened. So we prefer them not being directly involved with the kids, but like Joe was saying, and like you were asking, they could help with the liturgy, assist the kids, clean up downstairs, prepare the food tables. But they're going to be very limited, just so you know. Because one time a parent came and asked, how come my son is only helping out and cleaning the tables and setting up for the food? Because his age was not permitting that he would be around the kids. He's younger. Yeah. Yeah, sure. No, I mean this is the general policy that we follow. So I know some kids are more mature than others, but we have a system that we go by. Thank you.
Also, just to add on that, any service that your child does, like cleaning is still a service to the church and to God, even if it's not helping with the other children. So I think that sometimes there's like a misconception with the kids that if you're not with the other children, guiding them or helping them, they are not a real servant. But any service, like cleaning up the church, is still a service to God. And the final thing is, I know some of you guys already did the attendance, but if you didn't get a chance to do the attendance, please open your phones and use your camera to scan it and fill it out so we can know who is here during the meeting. Thank you.
Just a couple of points I forgot to add. Breakfast is provided, lunch is provided, a snack is provided. You are more than welcome to also send anything with your child if they have allergies. If they have severe allergies, please make us aware from now so we can plan accordingly. So we can make sure that your child's safety is very, very important to us. So if there are any severe allergies, please let us know. If you want to provide them anything with them, you can. Just please no like candy or any of that stuff. And the menu will be shared with the parents, but Rabbana يخلينا طنط منال. She does يعني above and beyond for the kids. We were all surprised last year when we saw the kids enjoying the ملوخية and rose, the kushari, the kofta. So it's a home-cooked meal, which we really, we try our best to make the kids feel comfortable and eating well and enjoying their time. So if you ever want to provide something for your child, they can. You can.
I just want to emphasize on one point, which is communication. Communications, and we have to follow the chain of command, kind of. The last thing we want to hear that one of the parents goes and hears something from a kid, don't say nothing about it, hold it, and another day comes, the same issue, and another day comes, don't say anything, and all of a sudden they go to the priest or the priest that they feel comfortable with and complain about the servants and what happened in the camp. This is the last thing we want to really hear because it feels bad for the servants that here volunteer, do the best they can, and all of a sudden they hear from a priest that a problem happened without even them knowing what happened. So please try, if you feel or you hear or you have just a feeling that something is not going well, please speak to the servants in the morning, Amira, or Justina, Stephanie, and Monica in the morning. Please let them know, let them be aware so they can fix it right away. Just please do not go to the priest and run behind the servant's back and all of a sudden the servants hear a negative comments despite their efforts and all of a sudden, we were not aware of what happened. So let's try to follow the chain of command, try to be more open, transparent about problem. Let's solve it before it gets bigger. So whenever you have any issue, please do not hesitate to speak to the servants in the morning. Thank you.
Also, regarding the canteen, because every year this is an issue. Canteen will be opened at the end of the day. We'll talk to Uncle Romani about that. Fathers, we would like the canteen just to open at the end of the day, if we could talk to Uncle Romani about that. The canteen. Because it takes up too much time during the day, during lunch. The kids remember as we're about to go upstairs, they want to go get something from the canteen, and it causes a ruckus. So I think the safest thing is when you pick them up, if they want to go to the canteen, they're with you, they can pick whatever they want. We did that last year? No, it did not work. It takes up too much time. We will give them during their lunch, which is an hour long, and they remember the last 5 minutes, they want to go to the canteen. And then it becomes an issue when we tell them no. So, and then I know parents are not thrilled that they go buy junk, and we can't control what they buy at the canteen. So I think it's best that, at the end of the day, if they would like to go to the canteen, they're with you, they can get whatever they want. The kids. If the parents
So
want something,
you guys
that's
understand the conflict that we have, the issue? The dilemma is that the kids I would like to give them a break in between, like in the middle of the day to pick up a snack or something, but they leave the things that they want all the way towards the end of their lunchtime. So they go buy a cup of noodles and they put hot water in it towards the end of their lunchtime. And so now they have to wait until it cools down and then they eat it. That would take maybe 15 minutes. So it takes away from the program. Does anyone have any suggestion? Is it okay if we leave the canteen and snacks towards the end of the day so that when they're finished with the program, they could have all the snacks that they want with them from the morning, and then at the end of the day, they could go to the canteen or buy whatever they want. Is that okay with every parent? Oh, نقفله خالص لغاية ما يمشوا. Oh, that's even better. So last year, Mina,
Mina, yeah.
last year, Mina جوز هبة complained that we're giving the kids too much snacks. فالسنة صح هبة? He was
Hibba wasn't with him.
He was, I'm saying, he was complaining that we were giving the kids. So, okay. So we agree that no one will be going to the canteen during the day. Is that okay with everyone? Thank you. Thank you.
So the canteen will be for the parents only.
We'll give them 10% discount.
10%
Anybody-
discount.
Discount for the parents.
Is there anything else?
Vouchers.
Are there any more questions anybody has? Yes. Thank you. So if your child is absent, please just send a message saying, yeah, and if you're planning on vacations as well, please let us know so we're not bombarding you every day, where's your child, because we will check up to make sure they're okay. So anything, just send us a message, so-and-so is not coming. You don't need to give details, just say that they're not coming, and at least we know, because we will be concerned as to why they're not coming. Anything else? July 4th, we're closed, and it says it on the flyer. July 4th, the flyer that you registered from. We start July 1st. July 1st to August 10th? No, July 4th. We're closed. Yes. Yes, July 1st to August 10. August 9. The end of the celebration. So the end of the year celebration, for those who have been with us, the parents do come earlier than 4 o'clock. We will be here in the church celebrating the kids, celebrating with you. You get to see all their hard work and effort shown throughout those 6 weeks, and God willing, by God's grace, the growth that they have gained through these 6 weeks. Anything else? We will see you all July 1st. Yes.
Just open it. Yes, like this.
So, Habibi, they always in the church, they ask for stuff from Abuna. Abuna, we need basketball for the kids. Abuna, we need a playground for the kids. Abuna, we need a parking lot for the people. We need canteen, we need grocery. All these things are good, but it is liability on the church. The church is made for prayer only. Anything else is liability. Means if something happens, the insurance of the church is responsible in a way, because the law will cover the church. The parents of the child will be the most responsible more than the church. And that's happened in the past. But out of love, we have to help. We have to do it. The love for the parents, the love for the congregation, the love for the kids. We sacrifice and we allow it. We do the basketball, we do the parking, we do the playground, and we're happy for it. But The same way we love you, you have to give back. What you gotta give back? Teach your kids to be responsible and teach your kid to be the son and daughter of Christ. If we did that, but the kids causing us a lot of problems. It cost $50,000 for the playground, and we did it. And still, we can put gates and some science and more toys and water, maybe another $20,000. And guess what? The first day we opened the gate, a kid from high school go jump on it and broke one of the things, and we didn't even use it yet. And when the custodian tell the kid, this is for the kids, not for you. Why not? I have to play too. Well, use your head. You have the basketball for you. This is for the children, not for you. It's made certain weight. Well, you have to teach your kid these manners, these things. There is something for me, something for somebody else. So you have to help us by this. The playground, it's done in a safe way, but still kids can get hurt. If a little child push the other kid and fall down, he's gonna get hurt. Then people call me, Abuna, how come this has happened? Where is the servant? Where is this? Where is that? What do you want me to do? 20 kids, 60 kids, they playing. Yeah, somebody watching, but in a second, somebody pushed somebody else, and things happen. What we can do? Nothing. We apply first aid, and we pray, and we be friends, because kids do that all the time outside, the end of the story. Some people, they fight together, they come, and the parents want to find the other parents, then they call the police, then they do things. No, not in the church, يا حبيبي. So what? ابنك وقع تعور، البنت وقعت اتعورت، نطبطب عليها ونعمل لها first aid, and that's the end of the story. لأنها ممكن تقع وتتعور، يقع وتعور من غير أي حاجة. دول عيال وبيزقوا بعض، بيلعبوا، بيهيصوا. It happens all the time. We have to sacrifice little. It's not our attention always attack the other people. That's not the church way. Parents or guardian supervision required of this playground equipment. Parents out of the camp time. The guardian will be the servants, the youth servant during the summer camp. But this sign will be put in for the rest of the time. Like a Sunday, Saturday, we made it for the kids to play, because the big youth, they want to do the basketball. The little kid will have that to be safe to go. At that time, it's only parents, guardian responsibility. I don't have servants to watch. I don't have. They all volunteer. They all like you. They have husband and wife. They have kids their own. They have their work outside. So I don't have volunteer to stay all week to watch the playground or the basketball. The custodian not made to watch after your kids. Custodian made to clean the church, not to watch for your kids. I don't have servants enough to cover all these things. So always the parents' responsibility to teach your kid to act in a safe manner, to act in a church manner. They do a lot of crazy stuff. It's a shame. I don't know how they can go to CVS and steal stuff, and they are the church people. The other day, they go to the playground before it finished, they took a stone and they throw it, and the neighbor car. It cost the church $1,500 repair. Being nice to the neighbor, I have to take care of their cars. So why the kids do these things? Because the parents didn't do their job, I'm sorry to say. Because I have kids, he have kids, Abuna, he have kids. Our kids didn't do that stuff. Why? Because we teach them. We go after them. We don't let them a minute out of our sight. Even if they go outside, I'm checking on them. Thank God. My days was no phone. Your days is a lot easier than me. You have the phone to keep after them all the time. حبيبي ميعاد الكنيسة خلص الساعة 10. It's 10:30. Where are you? Not only that, I can monitor them if they drive or walk. So why you don't do that? You don't keep busy in the mall, in the shopping, sit and watching a show, do your stuff, and the kids are in the church. No, if the meeting is 9 to 11, 11:20 I expect to be home, they not, I have to find out why they're doing. That's your responsibility as the parents. So please help us so we can keep going. Because when it's too much or it's causing issues, the easiest way for me, I cancel the service. People say, well, the camp bringing you money. No, you don't bring me money. Because the camp, during the camp, the bill of Con Edison, instead of $700, it come $10,000. So, well, I'm not getting money from you. I'm doing that out of love for the parents so you can enjoy your 6 weeks by breathing a little, because I know how hard to have kids. I know how hard this country, working hard, a job or two, the parents. Not only that, you need a time, you and your husband or you and your wife. So 8 hours in the church for 6 weeks will give you time until the summer is over and come back to the routine school. So please, I help you out, you gotta help me out back. So we don't have hectic time. The rules of the playground. Use playground at your own risk. Church not responsible for anything. I'm doing it for you as a favor. For the kids, I'm not responsible because I made to pray for you, not to watch the kid playing in the ground. And like you said, we don't have enough volunteer to check on every child. We don't have, because there are people like you. They have school, they have college, they have to work. They have a husband to take care of, they have a wife. Thank God they are volunteer to run the summer camp for a period. Out of that, you have to take care of your kids. Children under the age of 7 must be accompanied by an adult, yes. If they want to play, you have to go and say, and I'm going to try to get you a tent and a table to sit and a cold water next so you can sit and watch them. And they can play for half hour, then you take them back and you go with your business. Not during service hour. If there is a liturgy, kids have to pray. You have to teach them that. If there is ashaya, if there is Sunday school, you have to attend to these things, not to come to play. You come to the church. But after the church, yes, after the service, you can play. No glass or alcoholic beverage. Some of the kids got caught, and it's a shame our kids at the ferry coming out, and they've been arrested because they were minor and they holding alcohol. Why are you doing these things? Then they have a record and the police, and the mama cry, my son will never do that. Or what do you think the cops arrested him for? Then we found out, yes, he arrested them because they were Kenyan, because Shu'ai. They saw the bad kid doing it, and they think it's fun, and they go did it. And now they can pay for it. It's a court today, and you got to hire a lawyer, and you pay for it. So please teach your kids. Proper footwear required. If they come in to play in the gray ground, you have to wear a sneaker, not a regular shoes. Improper use of equipment prohibited. This is to be free to play. You can't hold the stuff because you're gonna fall and you're gonna get hurt. If you wanna climb up and down, you should have nothing else to hold. If people wear glasses, I used to wear glasses. I used to play tennis, so I bring stuff to tie that from the back, so when I play, it doesn't fall from me, because it's bad. You can fall with it, and it can hurt your eyes. So be careful of it, or you can lose the glass. Playground hours from dawn to dusk? No, we can have special hours, and we can open it, and we can close it in different time when we decide with the fathers after they put the gates. Hold on with both hands. easy. Do not stand on swings. Also, teach your kids, like an adult guy, if this is a parking lot and there is a gate, entrance, I don't say talk to my friend when the car back or coming. This is not a place to stand. A guy got hit and now he's been crying for years. My hair back, well, the guy was backing up, he didn't see him in the mirror. But you're wrong, why are you staying in the middle of the street and talking on your phone? This is car driveway, not for you to stand. Same thing, if there is a swing, I don't play in this area where this guy wants to swing. I have to go outside and sit with my friend and play or talk. So teach your kids to think. They have to think. Think. Don't do stuff. Who's going to do that? The parents will do that, not the servant. The servant have enough on their hand. Stop swing and empty seats. We'll talk. The servant will talk to the kids about it. Never swing or twist empty seats. Stand clear or moving swings. Climbing, no bush guarding, running or shoving slides. Slide feet first, so we're walking up slide. This is just basic stuff, but at the end, if we act in a church way, Christian way, we teach our kids, if we act in a safe manners, we use the stuff and we'll be happy. Remember, I'm sure most of you took their kids to Disneyland. You follow the rules. Nobody got hurt. When you go any playground outside, you follow the rules, you don't get hurt. Same thing in the church, we have to follow the rules on our own. Teach your kids, please, so they can have fun during the summer, and it will be less an easy burden on the servant and on the church who can keep going more and more. God will pray that this summer will be fun for the kids. They will learn a lot like in the past. They will learn Arabic, they will learn Coptic, they will have fun. The trips, now we have the playground brand new, nice. We don't have that in the past. Now all the classes are equipped nicely for their classes. And the old people, the little older kid, they have the basketball. The younger, they have the playground. Hopefully, there will be no problems, but please help us. And when something happens, like Joey said, follow chain of command. Do not, as the parents, go attack my servants, please. Do not do that. Talk to them nicely, the head servant, not the youth. Don't ever talk to the youth. And sometimes the kids, when they come home, tell you a story, is not what happened. Kids always have imagination. That happen all the time. They come, they cry. He did that for me. I found out he's the one who started, not the other kid. So be wise, be smart. Listen to them. Give them a hug carefully and said, yes, I will work on it. I will find out. I will solve. I will help. I will support you. But then be wise. Call the head servant nice, and he said, this has happened. My son or my daughter complain about this. Please, can you find out what happened? And I'm sure the head servant will take care of it. And if you're still not happy, just come to Abuna nicely, and Abuna will act on it, and we solve the problem, and we make everybody happy. But don't always come in attacking way. That's bad, because you have to learn. This is the church, and we have all to act in Christ's way, not attack. Forgive your enemy, love your enemy. So this is your brother and sisters. This is volunteer to help you, so you don't come and attack them. And always, when you listen to your kids, always teach him. Don't always have the feeling that, oh, my son was attacked in the church. Oh, my son was hurting in the church. Well, the kids, they play, these things can happen. but most of the time we found out your kids started the problem. Or even if the other side caused, God teach us, forgive them and don't worry about, and we will learn from the mistake to not repeat it in another time. Any question, any concern?
So anything else that you guys want to bring up? Joe, you want to bring up? Okay. So if you don't have any questions for us, this concludes the orientation, unless you guys have any questions for us. What was that? So someone was asking earlier if they could know who the servants are. Can you just stand up in your place, those that are, Abuna, you want them to come up? Come up for a smug shot. So these are our great servants that will be assisting this year in the summer Bible school. Come close, come close. You could stand in the middle. So you could step there, step there. Move down this way. So come closer, come closer. We'll ask them each just to introduce themselves, their names, please.
My name is Jimmy Sirhom.
My name is Michael Yusuf.
My name is Peter Gerges.
My name is Michael Hanna.
My name is Marina Hanin.
My name is Dora.
My name is Sophie.
My name is Gloria.
My name is Martin.
My name is Amanda.
My name is Judy.
My name is Irini.
Many of these servants were in the summer camp, like Joe was saying. They were served as young boys and girls in the camp itself. So, and they were not troublemakers at all. They didn't cause any problems. So we thank them very much for giving up their time in their summer. I know summer is very precious, and for them to be giving up that time to serve our kids is truly great of you guys, and we thank you very much. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. You could sit down. Okay, so I want to thank all the parents that came once again. And I invite, if there are parents that are listening to me on live stream, I would have liked you to be present with us. Hopefully next time you would. And I feel bad for the parents that are not involved. You heard what my daughter said, that I wasn't on trips with her, and she still holds it against me. But I try to be involved as much as I can. So, like Abuna is saying, pay more.
Church, we don't care.
I live stream.
I'm loud. So please, very easy for me. I will control. Next year, it will be demand. If you don't attend, I will take you out. You know, my head servant, they only want to put kids for the summer camp. I don't want to take citizens here, and I'll be happy with that. So, if you don't attend as a parent, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you have excuse, I understand. You're working, something came up. Come on, the father has something, the mother can come. All the brother and sister can come. I do that. If I cannot go, I send my older son from my younger son to attend the orientation, to meet with the teacher. So you can do the same. All right? That's a promise.
There's another opinion also that parents that don't show up to orientation, Joe is recommending that we raise the tuition for their kids. So instead of it being $600, it will be $1,200. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, everybody's going to be here. Abuna will conclude for us and pray.
Okay.
The servants, we are having the meeting in the conference room. As soon as we finish prayers, we're going to finish prayers first. We'll go straight to the conference room, please.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, amen. Our Lord God and Savior Jesus Christ, we thank you for this great opportunity that you are allowing us to serve in your holy church, serve your kids. Please, Lord, help us to be faithful, help us to be understanding, help us to love one another. Please, Lord, make this service a fruitful service, strong service, so we can learn and understand everything that you are trying to teach us, and to help and to guide the kids through example, as parents, as priests, as servants, as head servants, as parents as well too. Please, Lord, be with your sons and daughters who are standing in front of you, with the fathers. Bless them, bless their families, bless everything that they do. Through the intercession of our Mother, Saint Mary, Archangel Michael, Saint Mina, Saint George, and all the choir of your saints, make us ever thankful, sing, Our Father who art in heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. In Christ Jesus our Lord, for thine the kingdom, the power, the glory forever and ever. Amen. والآن محبة الله الآب نعمة الوحيد ربنا وإلهنا مخلصنا يسوع المسيح شركة موهبة وعطية الروح القدس تكون مع جميعكم. امضوا بسلام، سلام الرب يكون مع جميعكم. أبونا معاه قربان هنا بقى اللي يحب ياخد قربان. Okay, all the servants, please come and register your name with the parents. Parents volunteers. Can you put my name? My name.